Yo guys, I'm back with another Inside the Mind, and in today's episode we're going to be looking at decision making. With how hectic this game is, there's not many things you can control. However, one of the main things that you can take control of is your decision making. But before we start, of course, make sure you're subbed to the YouTube and you check me out on TikTok, and make sure you do jump into the Twitch as I do stream every single day. Before we actually fully get into the clips, there's a couple things before you start a game and during the game that you need to realize about your opponent. First of all, straight off kickoff, you need to understand that a lot of people are not paying attention, so you should never be passing further back than that initial pass to your cam. The reason that is because immediately off kickoff, you already know there's so much DDA. So much is working in your favor if you have kickoff. I'm sure you've conceded many kickoffs this year. So why are you going backwards? Force the ball forward. What I usually do, you'll see in the next clip, is I pass to either my left mid or my right mid. And the benefit of that is I'm already going towards goal from the very first second. And the benefit of that is a lot of people aren't warm or they're not ready for it. They're not paying attention. You get caught off guard and it's a simple goal. Disregarding that, another thing that you need to pay attention to is throughout the game, learn their tendencies. Are they going for Trivela angles a lot? Are they passing down the line a lot? Are they keeping the ball in certain areas a lot? Do they attack from a certain side? There's so many different factors that can affect people's gameplay, and all you need to do is pay attention to it. Pick up mental notes. What I do is mentally I start knowing, okay, cool, so this guy's doing this guy's doing that. He has no Trivela angle on the right side because he has Rafinha there, for example, who's left-footed, of course, so he can't hit a Trivela. And then on the left side, he's got someone that's got finesse, like Cruyff, left mid card. So you need to have a mental note, a mental plan from the very beginning of the game. And the benefit of watching people's teams beforehand is very, very underrated. You get an understanding of how the person is. So for me, I have my left mid and my left DM as left footers. So already, if someone was paying attention to my team, they would know the left side, they need to be careful because there's two Trivela angles there. The right side is the same thing with my DM and my right mid. So when I see people skipping other people's team, it makes me angry because honestly, you could pick up so much information about another person's playstyle simply off certain things like that. Do they have their left mid as a left footer? Do they have their right mid as a right footer? Little things like this, they go a long, long way in FIFA. Okay, so we're actually going to start off immediately with kickoff. One of the easiest ways to score goals is off kickoff. Most people aren't paying attention. They were either on their phone or they're not really locked in at that time. So this is when you can capitalize and make a good enough decision going forward to score easy goals. In this goal, I believe I'm 11-0 in champs at this point. The guy's not really paying attention and immediately I hit him with a kickoff. I have a different style of kickoff, but usually I pass it down to the right mid, I ball roll inward, and then I have acres of space. I do a player lock back, and it's such a simple goal. In this instance, if I had chosen to go backwards, it's a tough game. It just makes my life difficult. But because I decided to go forward from the very get-go, it took me a minute 13 seconds to get the ball from kickoff into the back of his net. I'm 4-1 up and the guy ends up quitting immediately after this. Okay, here's another example of the kickoff goal that I keep scoring multiple times a game, multiple times in foot champs or rivals, whatever I'm playing. Literally, you should not be going further back than your cam. I don't care what people say. Do not pass further back than your cam. You need to attack immediately. People don't pay attention. They're happy. Oh, I scored a goal. The guy made it 3-3. He's took his, mentally, he's off it. It's fine. Like, he thinks he's, okay, cool, I'm back in the game type of situation. You run down the line and you combine another thing that I'm going to show you later in the video. Player locking out wide. Take your time. One pass in. And it's such a simple goal. What could the guy do? I combine the power of kickoff, the power of paying attention, and then literally just the player locks wide. Simple. It's such a simple goal to score, but people, I see them constantly passing to your left back, passing to your keeper, passing to your DMs. There's no need. There's literally no need. Go for the attacks. Okay, next we're going to have a look at decision making in front of goal. In this game, I realized very early that the guy wasn't really paying attention and he wasn't really defending properly. By that I mean he would never touch his centre backs. And the benefit of that is, if you react fast enough, you can score easy goals. And that's exactly what happens in this clip here. The guy doesn't pay attention to what I'm doing with my Dembele. He's literally held Rashford the entire time. Pay attention. the entire time he's been holding Rashford, which gives me more than enough license to give this ball to Dembele and just go into the net. It's so easy from here. One ball roll, low driven Travella. He's still not let go of Rashford, by the way. The entire time he was on Rashford. And the benefit of this is, look, 15-second clip. The entire time the guy did not let go of Rashford. He's literally still holding Rashford from right now. It's absolutely outstanding that players can play like this. However, you need to identify stuff like this early in the game so you could score more goals like this. Okay, another thing with decision making is you need to be planning and thinking ahead from the very beginning of the game. In this instance, I'm concerned more about what I'm going to do after I've received the ball than actually winning it. The reason that is because I know the guy's formation was very aggressive going forward. So the second he lost the ball, I know that there's going to be so many gaps for me to exploit. And this is exactly what I keep saying to you guys. You need to be paying attention to how people play. So in this instance, I win the ball up very high up the field, right there. And what do? I go straight for the jugular, ball roll into this, and it's a simple goal. But that's because I planned ahead. I knew from the second I switched to Charlton, there's not many passing options. He has just that Zidane in the middle to pass to, and that's it. As long as I can close that out, I have the opportunity to go forward. Luckily enough, the interception bounces to Dembele, and then from there, it's all about creativity. Of course, in this instance, I covered two passes. I covered the Zidane pass and the Yaya Toure pass simultaneously, and luckily the ball fell to Dembele, but I reacted very quickly, pinged it into Henry, step over forward, do a roulette, low driven. Simple goal, but again, I telegraphed that goal from before I even got the ball back. Okay, here's another example of me winning the ball very high up the pitch, and pay attention, as soon as I do it, I stall for time, because sometimes you don't always have to pass forward, and the benefit of paying attention to the way the game is being played. Look at this, yeah? It's 8 minutes in, and the score is 2-1. Most people will start panicking, it's an annoying game already, you conceded kickoffs very evidently, but look, I win the ball up very high up the pitch with Hansen, and I just take my time. And I know from this instance there's only one person I'm passing to, and that's from Henri to the final pass to Ritten. She's already got her hand up, which means I know in the back of my head she's going to fall into the gap with the right back and the right centre back. And that's exactly what happens. One pass in, one more, shot across goal. I don't even need to time it. And the guy's gone. Just like that. A very simple goal, but again, telegraphing, taking your time. Don't rush examples like this. Because a lot of people, like I said, they'll try panic and quickly pass the ball and quickly pass it again. Just take your time. Take that extra pass. Take that extra step if you have to, that extra second, whatever it takes. Because goal scoring opportunities like this don't come around often. But when they do, you need to be absolutely clinical. 10 minutes in, 4 goals, which means this game's just been hectic as it is, and the guy's ready to leave. He's had enough. But again, if I didn't telegraph this, if I didn't take my time and prepare for this ahead, this game would have been a very long game. Okay, so we actually have a little bit of a longer clip in which I already noticed that the game, I was struggling to quickly capitalize on a lot of the game's silliness. Like these lucky bounces, I wasn't doing it very well. And from here, it's just about patience. I have so many passing options with this formation that it was easy for me to just pass it around, take my time, slowly build up but surely, don't force anything going forward. And look, I took my time, I passed the ball around, and eventually I get into a good enough shooting opportunity where I could just low driven the ball across the face of goal, and it was an easy goal. But again, in this instance, I lost the ball, I got the ball back, and we just kept recycling. I kept passing backwards, and the benefit of that is when you get bounce backs like this, the person's already discombobulated. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't really understand what to do. He's look how many times he's switching players because he doesn't know what's going on. And as long as you can stay calm, take your time, stay composed, you're in the money. And that's exactly what I do. Like I said already, I passed it back about 10-11 times before the ball goes into the back of the net. Okay, so in this clip, I'm going to show you exactly what it means to take your time and stay composed. You need to be telegraphing what you plan to do ahead, ages ago. So for me, in this example, I know that the second Dembele gets the ball, it's a 1v6. There's so many people around him and I don't have many passing options simply because the game's just started. I just got the ball high up the pitch and this is my first proper attack all game long. So in this instance, all I do is I take my time and I know I need to manipulate the defenders to get out of my way so I can get in and around the box. The main reason I have Dembele is because he's got low driven. Low driven is the most broken playstyle plus for a forward. Whether it's left winger, right winger, striker, it's the most important playstyle. And I'll explain exactly why in a second. But look, in this instance, I know I need to get in between the two centre backs somehow, but I do not rush it. I take my time, I drag him back, I do a special skill move to trick him away from me, speed boost forward, and I just tap circle. Let me show you that again, yeah? From this instance, as soon as I get him the ball, I know I need to move the centre backs. So I do a skill move where it completely moves him out of my way, speed boost into the little gap that I've just created, and it's a simple goal. But look, I was telegraphing that from here. Before I've even passed to him, I'm doing a ball roll and then a ping pass into him. I know mentally in my head immediately, okay, I need to get past these two centre backs. What can I do? There's a couple skills you could do in Elastico. You could do all these fancy skills, but all I did is I tapped my right stick backwards, so in the direction he's facing away from him. I cancelled the skill and I just speed boost forward, and that's it. It was a simple goal to score, but I tricked him. I completely moved him out of my way. I manipulated the situation, but this is what I call decision making. Telegraph your passes. Telegraph what you're going to do mentally in your head before you even get these sort of opportunities. Okay, here's another example. Out wide, your decision making needs to be getting in and around the 6-yard box. The reason I keep reiterating this and having pinged pass is one of the key factors in playing the game like this properly. The main reason I keep going wide is because of this goal that you can score, and it's so simple to do. Make sure your player's out wide and then literally just play a lock. Play a lock a person, and it's so simple. Grab the left mid. Just like that, I've scored a goal out of nowhere. Look at where Written was. I'm going to pause it as soon as I get the opportunity. But look at where Written was. She was not a passing option. Look, I can't pass to her there. There's literally a centre back there, and if in the odd opportunity he gets to either hold that Guendouzi, I don't even know who that is, that Guendouzi or Hullet, drag him into that gap, and then I can't do anything. But the second I receive the ball with Dembele, you could already see the star above my head. I'm ready to play a lock into my Written, pass it in towards her, and just shoot across goal. It was so simple, but again, like I said, I go wide simply because of this opportunity. I need to be paying attention to this. You can do so many amazing things. Even if you don't score, you can pass it back. I could have passed that straight back to that Patelas, and she's got low driven herself. So I could have done so many different things. But look how quickly it all happened. The guy could not deal with it. There's no way to defend this type of opportunity. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I appreciate anyone that made it in here, made it this far. And I'd highly appreciate it if you do drop me a follow on TikTok. Come watch me on Twitch as well, and make sure you're subbed to the YouTube if you aren't already. Anyway guys, take care.